Hi guys. So recently few people have reached out to me to solve this unique problem, and this is a problem which has been recently asked in the Facebook production engineer interviews, and it's related to the file handling, file IO handling to be specific. So the problem statement is something like this: replace an email, example abc@gmail.com, with the word nobody in a small file with the text. So here the file size can be pretty small or pretty huge. So the logics are slightly different when the file size seems to be pretty large. You have to have your chunking mechanism there. But if your file is pretty small, then the solution is pretty simple. So my logic here is something like this. So as the file size seems to be small here, so we shall read the content of the file line by line and form a string. So for example, if you have a paragraph, whole paragraph will read like line by line and form a single string. And then we'll use, there's a replace utility in the strings. So we'll use that to replace abc@gmail.com with the word nobody. Okay. So there are a couple of key points to note. As I said, right here, the file size seems to be pretty small. So reading line by line to form this text string isn't harmful in terms of system calls. But this logic is not efficient if the file size is too large. Example, if your file size is 1 TB and if you're reading line by line, it may take forever, right? And then you have to replace. You can't even form such a big string. So we have a separate video for solving the problem when the file size is too large. This video will be for a smaller size text files. Okay. So to see an example, right? For example, let's say our file name is emailfile.txt, and this is some random paragraph I have written in which you have the email abc@gmail.com. If you see, it is been inserted into multiple places, and the file is just 4 lines, so it's a pretty small file, right? So here, once you run your program, your logic should be something like this. You have to replace all the occurrences of abc@gmail.com with nobody, something like this, right? Okay, so as I have already said the logic, let's start coding. So initially let me add my all the header files. So these are few header files I need. So as every program starts with the main program, let's write a main. Let's take our email. So here email we are planning to replace is abc@gmail.com. And let's write a helper function which will take this email and it will replace everything, all the occurrences of that particular email, with nobody. Okay, now quickly let's write the logic of the function replace string. So the first thing what we need to do is we need to open the file. So we'll take ifstream, let's say file1. So file1 dot first we'll open the file. Here our file name is email file.txt. We will open the file in input mode. Okay, so once you open the file, always in the file handling you need to do the error checking. So if the file has been opened properly or not. So if it is not, then you need to return with some error message. Let's say here we'll have error message something like error opening file. And return. Right. Okay, so now we have opened the file. So the next step in the logic is to read line by line and form a complete string. So let's take a string data, right? And let's take one more string new data. Okay, now we need to read our file line by line. So until we reach the end of the file. Until we reach the end of file, we keep reading it. Until, yeah. So we do get line. We're passing the string, we're passing the file name and the string. So the first line will be stored in this data. and we'll append this to we'll start forming our new data. Yeah, let's just give a space. At the end of this while loop, all the text what we have in the file f1 or email file.txt, which it will be formed as a string, and that string is new data. So now we need to find the email occurrences in this particular string. So we'll take a size variable. Let's name it as position new data dot find our email. So we need to find email, right? Yeah, this will give the first index of the email in this particular text. Okay, so we need to check if it is not, if that position is not the end of the file. Not equal to std okay. So if it is not, then we need to replace it. So we need to replace from this position for these many characters and with the string nobody. Okay, so now we just replace the first occurrence, but we need to keep doing this until we reach the end of the file. So we'll do the same statement again. Okay, so at the end of this we have our new data with all the emails replaced with the keyword nobody in this new data. So we need to write that to a new file. Before that, we need to make sure that we close the previous file what we have already opened, and then we take an output stream and open a new file. So if the file doesn't exist, in this case it will create a new file. Let's say file2. So file2.open, we'll give a name, let's say new.txt. We need to open it in out mode. Then we need to write our new data, the new file, and then again close it. Finally return. Okay, let's quickly run this program and see if this works fine. Okay, cool, it compiles fine. Okay, now let's see, it would have created this file new. Yes, so if you see, if you compare these two files, let me split. Yeah, so this was our original file where we have abc@gmail.com, but if you see, all the emails have been replaced with the keyword nobody in this case. Okay, so that's our basic solution where the file size is small. So the next video I'll explain you how to apply your chunking algorithm if the file size is too large. Please do watch the next video so that you understand what's the difference between when the file size is small and when the file size is too large. Okay, and please do like, share and subscribe, and keep learning every day. Bye bye.